hard to believe in this world of media. You know what it's like. As I've told you before, when they love you, and of course you can be a very big cheese for a short while. But of course, when they're starting out in a new company, you can't exactly expect, well, everything simply to go your way. This is the problem, of course. Some might suggest that it's happening now to the former royal known as Meghan Markle. So lemons, are they really turning sour already? As ever, let me explain. Hi, morning, nice to see you. Lovely to have your company. As I said, you know, when you've been in this job a long time, I think it's like any job, isn't it? You start a new job, they love you, they work you, take you around, introduce you as, the sort of messiah. You're going to change the world, make things so different, so big, all of that sort of stuff. The biggest problem, of course, for Meghan Markle is simply how to establish yourself in a very crowded world of media. Archwell Productions hasn't really delivered anything 4 years down the line. What have they actually come up with, other than some might suggest a cruel fest against Harry's family? Nothing's really going in their direction. And it was interesting, wasn't it, because Spotify came out and were very uncomplimentary, shall we say, about Meghan's talents as a podcaster. And I'm cleaning that version up for you, obviously. What I do find fascinating is now that obviously Meghan has decided to move herself over to the land of podcasting with a smaller company, driven by women, as one might suggest. Now, what they decided to do, as you can imagine, is it's great publicity for them. You know, they've picked up the scraps of what should have been a very successful series. Spotify paid millions for this idea. They didn't get what they wanted, which was Prince Harry on record also talking. But never mind, they've now got a few scrag ends to play with. And they decided basically to do what they call a soft launch. You get the picture. A soft launch of Meghan's repeats. I love that, don't you? Another chance to hear or see. Nobody wanted to hear or see it the first time around, but seemingly Meghan now holds, shall we say, the cluster of all of those recordings. Now, what's been interesting here is simply this. Meghan's team thought that this was going to be a mega launch, archetypes coming back to the airwaves, the world would be panting, waiting its breath, naturally. Well, it didn't really happen. And if you look at the social media accounts, there's not that many people retweeting, repushing. This has come to the attention, some might suggest, of none other than the former royal Meghan herself. She's unhappy, naturally so. Where it gets even more interesting, though, is to placate her. According to a very well-placed source, Meghan can look forward to a bigger splash when she, releases some brand new original material. Material that apparently we will be interested to hear. Riveting interviews with world leaders, movers and shakers, all of that sort of stuff. Now, what becomes difficult for Meghan is simply this. If this really proves to be as successful as archetypes, and indeed even with this brand new company, who are currently basking in the fact that they've had all of this free publicity on the behalf of a flop series, well, now Meghan truly has to deliver. Meghan loved the fact that she had posters up in Times Square and other various parts of the United States. Apparently, this new company don't go in for pushy PR stunts. So it's all down to people discovering, liking, sharing and listening to the product that they are sharing and, of course, producing with. It's going to be interesting, isn't it, how this develops. New Sean in the very heart of London.